Shane Jarkin and Chris Donaldson from last year's team, Nigel Nicholson and Christian Littlehead, among others, will try to fill their voids. Dominant interior defensive line play isn't necessary to win the Big 12, but teams that have it can be great on a national scale. Okay. Oklahoma didn't necessarily have dominant interior play last year, but whenever they were a national contender, you had guys like Tommy Hare.
Right.
This with Lamar Houston. But, again, I think to say that you don't necessarily need solid interior defensive linemen, that may be a little bit of a misnomer. You have to have those that are better than maybe your counterparts. And in other words, Oklahoma State didn't have last year. Hubert Anium is the key guy that he wants to watch during camp, according to David Oven. And all eyes on.
I think, you know what, a lot of eyes have to be on, and it's tough for spring, but to me, one of the big questions about Oklahoma State football is the fact that you've only got 2 scholarship guys that are right now at the running back position. You know, with everyone else that's coming in. That, to me, is a big question about Oklahoma State football this year.
They have a lot of question marks. You know, it appears as if all is set and all is fine because you got back Brandon Weeden and you get back Justin Blackman. But there's still a lot of questions on that offense. You know, who's going to step up and
Exactly.
the lead guy, tailback that you were mentioning? Who's going to be is your offensive line set? I mean, you have 5 returning starters. You feel pretty good about it. But is Michael Bowie going to fit into that mix? What do you do about different positions that might not have been as active in, say, the style of offense that Daniel Holgorsen had? Might it be implemented a little bit more under a new offensive coordinator in Todd Monk?
Well, and, you know, I mean, story after story has been written out about how Todd has to kind of adapt his style to coming into Oklahoma State now to fit the offense that was there previously. So we've got that issue going on with spring ball, and the fact that Mike Gundy can finally tweet pictures actually for some live practices legally.
Quick little rundown of what we're keeping an eye on as far as Oklahoma State camp is concerned. I thought that was a pretty good breakdown from David Oven. But again, I live by one theory when it comes to spring ball. No news is good news. Sure, we'll have updates. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on. But you're not there. How many guys were spring ball state?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Season.
Well, and you know what, we've always had the philosophy on this show that not only is no news good news out of spring football, but just because a guy has knocked it out of the park in spring football doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be the next superstar. As fans, it's the strip club of college football. It's a gigantic tease.
And it's like football's here, and the next thing you know, it's like, what are they doing? Why are they? They're just stretching. Oh, I gotta leave? You get kicked out of practice.
Well, that's media members.
Well, fans too. All right, refresher.
Yeah, but I don't even think fans watch practice. Yeah, or stretching.
Bud Light, the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
So the ORU Golden Eagles, good news, bad news. Good news, the men's team played tonight after beating North Dakota State on Saturday night. The bad news, the women's team
so this is pretty much it. This is the only thing to it. I sat here on my ass all day and speak into this microphone. It shouldn't be rocket science to those of you that actually have a brain. Pretty much it. I really don't know what else to show you guys at this point. But I'm sure I'll have to come up with something because this will get old after a while as well.